This guy had everything, and he risked it all and ended up losing it all because he wanted to have dogs fight against each other? What planet are we on?
Hey there guys, what's going on, and welcome back to our channel. The NFL is the most popular sports league in all of America. Many young people dream of being an NFL star, and only some get to achieve excellence in that, but as normal people, we often mistake the lives of the superstars with a preferential utopia. We surely forget that deep down, they are normal humans as well, and can face the same challenges as an average person would. To give you a better idea, we'll be sharing a list of successful NFL superstars that eventually went bankrupt. Number 5. Warren Sapp. Sapp, the number 12 overall pick in the 1995 NFL Draft, was a near-instant sensation once he arrived in the league. During his 13-year career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Oakland Raiders, Sapp was a 7-time Pro Bowl pick between 1997 to 2003 and a member of the NFL's All-Decades teams for the 1990s. According to a Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing in South Florida, Warren Sapp owes creditors more than $6.7 million in back child support and alimony. 240 pairs of Jordan athletic shoes worth almost $6,500, a $2,250 watch, and a $1,200 lionskin rug are among Sapp's $6.45 million in assets. He also claimed to have lost his Super Bowl ring from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2002, as well as his national championship ring from the University of Miami in 1991. The papers were filed in U.S. bankruptcy court in Fort Lauderdale on March 30th. Sapp was one of only 12 defensive players in NFL history to make it to the Pro Bowl, to be named Defensive Player of the Year, and win a Super Bowl or pre-Super Bowl award at the time of his retirement. He is now widely regarded as the prototypical 3-technique defensive tackle, and NFL teams recruiting defensive tackles have been looking for a baby Sapp since his retirement.
He kicked my ass, he kicked their ass, he kicks everybody's ass.
Number 4. Vince Young. Many felt Vince Young would make NFL history when he pierced the heart of the USC Trojans in the 2006 Rose Bowl and was later drafted with the number 3 selection in the 2006 NFL Draft by the Tennessee Titans. Instead, he became one of the most infamous NFL draft busts of all time, resulting in financial ruin. The Associated Press claimed in September 2012 that Young had lost much of his $34 million NFL salary and was in financial trouble after defaulting on a $1.9 million high-interest payday loan. Prior to default, however, Young had approved $1 million in loan payments to Pro Player from his Eagles salary, and his signatures on loan documents were notarized. Before taking the field, Young signed a $25.74 million deal and received more than $40 million in endorsements during his brief career. He did, however, file for bankruptcy in 2014, as he revealed to Sports Illustrated. With less than $1 million in savings and even more in debt, he sought to save his reputation, but the damage had already been done. Young's wealth is now gone thanks to his bad spending habits and a shady advisor.
If you had it to do over again, what are the 1 or 2 things you would do differently?
First thing is again, make sure I have the right team off the field and know that it's a business.
Number 3. Bernie Kosar. Kosar was a first-round selection in the 1985 supplemental draft, and he went on to play for the Cleveland Browns in the NFL. Meanwhile, he got to live out his childhood dream of playing near his family in Ohio, and he became one of the wealthiest players of his generation. Unfortunately, as many professional athletes have discovered, their wealth tends to be exploited by friends and family members. It all backfired, with many investments that went wrong, including his father defrauding him of millions of dollars and personal debts. Kosar was down almost $20 million when he filed for bankruptcy in 2009, owing millions to his ex-wife, various banks, and former teammates. Kosar has been involved in a number of activities since retiring from football after the 1996 season. Throughout the 1990s, he hosted the Nestle Bernie Kosar Charity Classic at Tanglewood Country Club in Bainbridge Township, Ohio. There was speculation that Kosar would return to his alma mater, the University of Miami, as head coach. Before Randy Shannon was offered the position, Kosar, who is currently a member of the University of Miami Board of Regents, admitted that he considered taking it. Kosar and pharmaceutical executive Alan Cohen bought the Florida Panthers NHL team in 2001. In 2007, Kosar bought a minority stake in the Las Vegas Gladiators of the Arena Football League, announcing that the team will relocate to Cleveland and play under the name Cleveland Gladiators.
I'm really good at making it, good at spending it, great at giving it away.
Number 2, Clinton Portis. Portis was one of the best running backs in the league just 2 decades ago. Every Sunday, he made NFL history by carrying Washington's offense. With a $50.5 million contract in 2004, he became the highest paid athlete in the world. Portis was on the verge of bankruptcy after years of extravagant spending on luxury goods and more than $400,000 on domestic assistance. Financial administrators, on the other hand, were the ones who nearly pushed him to kill. Portis told Sports Illustrated how he was defrauded out of millions of dollars by a couple of his financial advisors. Fortunately, he refrained from exacting revenge. Regrettably, however, the 38-year-old is also facing healthcare fraud charges for fraudulent use of the NFL's Gene Upshaw's NFL Player Health Reimbursement Plan, along with many other former players. During the ongoing investigations into former NFL player Michael Vick's dogfighting offenses in May 2007, Portis defended Vick, saying, "I'm not sure whether he was a dogfighter or not, but it's his land and his dogs. If that's what he wants, then go ahead and do it." It can't be that bad of an offense, Portis said when he was told that dogfighting was a felony. Dogfighting, according to Portis, is a prevalent part of life, adding, "If you want to see a dog battle, I know a lot of back roads where it happens. They aren't bothering those people though, because they aren't well known."
Clinton Portis.
What's good, man?
We got a Washington legend.
Number 1, Michael Vick. Michael Vick was one of the most influential and well-liked athletes in the NFL during his prime. Since signing a $130 million contract in 2004, he became one of the highest-paid athletes in all of sports. When he was arrested for his involvement in a dogfighting ring, everything fell apart. While in Leavenworth, Vick filed for bankruptcy, announcing that he owed tens of millions of dollars in debt. Vick filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States Bankruptcy Court in Newport News on July 7, 2008, after struggling to work out consensual resolutions with any of his creditors, according to court documents. The initial filing reported assets of less than $50 million and debts of $10 to $50 million. A total of $12.8 million was owed to the 7 biggest creditors who didn't have assets to back up their claims. Joel Enterprises, Inc. owed $4.5 million for breach of contract, Atlanta Falcons owed $3.75 million for a prorated signing bonus, and Royal Bank of Canada owed $2.7 million. It appeared difficult to get out of that financial bind, particularly because there was no chance of earning money from endorsements and just a small NFL contract. Despite this, he accomplished what everyone thought was unlikely. Vick paid back his creditors in 2017 and is now employed by Fox Sports. He still makes a difference through his charitable and voluntary work.
This guy had everything, and he risked it all and ended up losing it all because he wanted to have dogs fight against each other. What planet are we on?
I guess it just goes to show you that everybody deserves a second chance eventually. But what do you guys think? Sound off your thoughts in the comments section below, and before we head out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys later in another video. Bye now.